The touch table is a flat panel display with a touch-sensitive screen, sort of like a giant iPhone. For the military, it can marry satellite imagery with other data sources. For us, it can just look really cool. Rocky Rakanova, the CEO of Touch Table, demonstrates the device for Zayatong.
Welcome, Rocky. Great to have you here.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Now, how was this touch table developed?
The touch table was developed as a tool for teaching children geography.
A children's tool, a little bit high-tech, do you think?
Yeah, very high-tech. It's interesting. It's very similar to an iPhone, and you just use your hands and you can zoom in and zoom out. It's multi-touch.
Oh, wow.
Pretty much a regular LCD screen, and it has light-emitting diodes along the edges and then receivers on the sides. So when you put your finger down, it breaks a beam, and the computer figures out where you are.
Wow.
And it's like sending a mouse command to zoom or...
That's great. Can we see where we are right now?
Sure. Just zoom right in on that. And
loads really quickly as well.
Yeah, this is connected to the internet, to Google Earth. It's a commercial application. You use it to find restaurants.
We're here. This is the studio.
Yep.
Excellent.
And you can do all kinds of things, including looking at things in 3D. You can zoom out a little bit and look at the LA Basin, the valley.
Oh, so you can see the Hollywood Hills and everything right here. So what kind of people use the touch table right now?
It's used in military analysis. It's used in intelligence analysis.
So it's almost like a war room table.
Yeah, remember the old sand tables like from World War II? This is an electronic version. And what's nice about it, when I move a ship on this thing, all the other command centers, their ships move at the same time, and we can discuss it.
So you guys just use Google Maps, or?
No. This is another application that we run on the table, and it's a little more industrial strength than Google Earth. It's from a company called ESRI, and it's a real geospatial information system.
So this is what the military uses?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is and oil and gas industry and Federal Emergency Management Agency. You know, all of the first responders are interested in this kind of thing.
So where shall we go?
I'll take you to a place that's been in the news lately. This is a facility in Iran that was originally advertised as a research facility. A research facility is very different than a production facility.
Okay.
It's out in the middle of the desert. Just a couple of buildings. They hold a couple of small gas centrifuges for research.
Okay.
We know this because weapons inspectors have gone there. And sometimes things aren't as they seem. And part of having a table with experts standing around it is you discover things. So let's go back in time. I'll take you back through 2004, 2003, 2002. And this is the site under construction.
Looks a little different.
It looks a lot different. These are two huge facilities here that aren't even inside the perimeter fence.
And they've been covered up sort of over time?
Yeah, and you can, if you look, go back in time, you can see where the dirt came in and kind of replaced the desert palette, if you will, to kind of conceal a very large part of this facility. They turn out to be very large gas centrifuge halls, which is important in the production of uranium.
Wow.
But you can go to the UN and say, you know what, tell your inspectors to go take a look in there. And
That's
if you
remarkable.
you didn't know, you'd come in here, you'd go visit, say, hey, everything's fine.
And so is the idea that you're just able to share all this data with people no matter where they are?
Yes. Here's a good application, a medical application. Let's say the expert in some form of disease is in Switzerland, and I'm over here in Los Angeles somewhere, and he has a table, and I can show him the X-ray, or I can show him the MRI, or and we can talk about it. We can collaborate with drawing, and what does this mean? We have just all kinds of features that you would want to do in a social setting, you know, group collaboration. You'll see a lot of new applications coming out, and the whole thing here is the software.
Right.
The network and the software is everything. And
this is a lot cooler than what they have on 24.
Well, you know, the same minds, right? The same minds develop these kinds of ideas. People,
from the entertainment industry.
You go home and your kids say, Dad, can you really do that, right? And you say, well, not yet, but we're working on it, right?
Yeah.
Because they see things in the movies, and the movies kind of drive your imagination about what it should be or how you might want to do things, so it's kind of fun.
What are these?
These are airplanes.
So this is like flight tracking data.
This is all the flights in the United States. I can actually speed up in time and show you what happened on a particular day. And
they're moving.
If you go ahead and touch an airplane.
Okay, so what is that? That's
the flight number, and that's the destination. And that's actually a UPS plane.
That's great. This is the coolest coffee table I've ever seen.
It is fun. Well, you take a look at Chicago O'Hare, very busy airport.
Right.
And the colors mean it's descending, it's cruising, it's climbing.
Now, I understand that you can also check out crime data on this table?
Yeah. This is This is Washington, D.C. This is our nation's capital right here. So you go to a database, and it will tell you that these are muggings and robberies and
The little money bags.
the little money bags, where they occurred.
And this is mapped over what time period?
This is a year. And so we can actually take a look at these burglaries and get a sense of how they cluster. And they have seasonal information associated with them.
So these are the hot spots. These are the
Right.
Okay.
That's December. But let me go back in time and see how the crime moves around the city. If you take a look what happens in August, September, crime kind of moves closer to where the freshmen are coming in with their laptops in their dorm rooms open. Laptops are walking out the door. So the crime actually moves closer to the Georgetown,
universities.
to the universities. Wow. And so you can get a sense of how you might deploy your officers in the most effective manner.
Wow. So who's using these crime analysis tools?
Quite a few major metropolitan police departments, Dallas, Philadelphia, Chicago, and even the city of Moscow.
Wow, a lot of people. They're using the table.
Using the table.
So how much does a table like this cost?
It's about $59,000 as is.
Okay, so it's still not really affordable for most people yet.
Well, no, and it's not affordable for schools yet, but that's where we're heading.
Well, it seems like a lot of the tools for the touch table are used for like covert operations almost. Do you have any just plain fun, innocuous games or anything like that?
Well, while the table is a serious analysis tool and collaboration tool, we do have some fun things you can do with it,
like pool.
Pool, which is just a big model of physics. It'll behave the way a real pool table behaves.
Okay, let's give that a go. No time to chalk my finger, but oh. That's great.
That's what I usually end up doing too when I lose.
Yeah, I'm not very good at pool. That's great. Thank you so much, Rocky.
My pleasure.
I'm keeping this one.
Okay.
Really?
We'll send them a bill.
That's great.